Good evening.
You good?
It is so wonderful to be back in this glorious house. Today, Friday the 13th, Knights Templars, 13 to 15,000 were rounded up and primarily executed.
Burned.
Well, that's primarily executed and had their assets. I'll have to bring Julia Child back just to be very specific if that's burned or executed. So politics has been afoot for a long time. Please turn off all your cell phones, or at least the noise of them. You don't have to turn them off, just turn off the sound. First, I want to personally thank Florence Northcutt and Thomas de VA and Raphael and the board of Howland for the most gracious soft hands, allowing me to present a hypothesis of continuum in this magic house that unequivocally we all love with all our hearts. I'm very proud to have Tony Payne as our feature tonight. He is truly the beat incarnate and a wily wascal of extraordinary gifts. And we have 4 sub-features I will surprise you with throughout the evening. It's an interesting shuffle that I'm going to do tonight. I talked to Robert at length about this. The normal 2-poem, 5 minutes for your open mic, and we will have 10-minute sub-features, and we will have a feature. So instead of 2 features, we'll have that. So this allows the evolutionary process of everyone here to find themselves ultimately in a bigger slot, to get their hips really rooted into the foundation. Because as a composer librettist, when I'm dealing symphonically, yeah, you can really do a hell of a lot in 5 minutes, but 10 is extraordinary if you really want to shape a phrase. So that's magical, and of course, if you do 30, that's a major demonstration of either an entire work or a series of movements. Before we begin, these are extraordinary times. This is the Weimar Republic, 1931-32. The Reichstag is about to be burned down. The hinterland has spoken. The cognoscenti of the cities are still laughing it off, and they're about to be overrun. So, with that in mind, I want you to embrace all yourselves and pride yourselves in recognizing how gifted and human you all are through the power of the word, your selflessness to stand in front of us, the inevitable gift that you will be returned a better craftsman because of the proximity of each of us with each of us. Every one of us who now knows us for how many years will absolutely unequivocally attest we've all gotten better. It is a remarkable synergy. And if we can do this and demonstrate this within the community, and it becomes the district, and metaphorically and literally subsequently the state, and then ultimately the region, and finally the union, I do believe we will take it back. And I wrote this as a statement, and this is what we believe, I firmly believe. Recognizing the power of the word as an instrument to promote and protect democracy, as well as our moral responsibility to promote and protect literacy and moral rectitude, in accordance and support of our most precious Constitution, we pledge that we, as citizens of these United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Swear to promote and protect what has been ordained and established as our Constitution of these United States of America. And as such, offer proof of our witness to the power of the Word through our offerings of our work, in order to not only document for all conscious souls to experience, but leave an ongoing legacy for our actions are the actions of the future. And as such, recognize this moment as sacred for the next 7 generations. Our first, no. If anything, touch your heart. It's ours. It's ours. America, which is probably the greatest utopian ideology yet created, which obviously insidiously is being poisoned by the corporate United States, which separates America from the rest of the countries on this planet, is that America is not a country. It's an idea. And as long as we embrace it and perpetuate it through our literacy and our goodness, it will remain. This is the end of the second act of 4 acts of a street opera called Neon. It came in first nationally here in 1987, won $10,000, and then came in second in the International Prague Opera Competition, won 25,000 Deutschmarks. Feel so alone. Nobody seems to care. I feel so alone. When I reach out, there's nobody there. Fresh big flowers wilt and die. I'm too run out to even cry. A kitchen knife sits idly by, sharp enough to cut a man in two. Can't help feeling like I do. A New York City blue. disappeared. Now I don't know what to do. To close the door and shut the light and reach for you and hold you tight and love you like I should have done. But I let you go. And feeling like I do on New York City blue. City rhythms on my mind, non-stop traffic's bump and grind, overwhelmed with humankind, and all I think about is you. Stay here no more. I wanna come home. And feel you around me like before. To walk along the streets at night, see the glass reflect the light of colored neon flashing bright, and see you standing there. Well, we did it. We're back. Thank you, General. Florence shared something with me to show you magnanimous heart. The General apparently, in his will, his estate, gave this space as long as it would be for the community. And if it ever foundered as such, it was to revert back to the family. So I embrace Florence for her vision, and Tom and the board for the continuance and the subsequent mantles that will be passed on and on as we cherish this most eloquent space that allows us to be our finest before our colleagues who inevitably synergistically make us ourselves better each time we hear each other's work. Think about it. We're not in a dusty library reading it through our own manner of reading. We're hearing authors reading their work. How privileged we are. And cherish the word and memorize the Constitution. It is ours, we the people. We are the government, and as Thomas so eloquently said in the precedent that has been held for 240 years, when in the series of events the usurpations envisioned as to the same object, it is the right and the duty of the people to abolish the government and replace it with one that will, meaning support the ephemeral, inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You have no idea how profound these ideas are, especially coming from the incongruity of men who held slaves. Yes, Tom loved his wife, subsequently found himself involved with his slave Sally Hemings, had 6 children with them, 2 died in infancy. The 4 remaining were taught the arts and his artisans, and on his deathbed he freed all of them. Sally inevitably was able to reside in one of her son's homes, and as a free person witnessed the birth of her granddaughter. James Madison, who wrote in private our Constitution, I'm going to scare you. He had 100 slaves, none of which he released on his deathbed, including his lifelong valet, Julian. Obviously, we're talking about an intellectual exercise that was larger than the shortcomings of these men. They will be held accountable through the history of their own making. We do not have to bend ourselves out of shape to damning them or denouncing what they did as inhuman. History will prove that themselves. However, the staggering, and I mean staggering genius to rise above your human shortcomings, to come up with a utopian idea that has proven itself to be the beacon of light to the alternative darkness of this corporate, satanic world, is something we should always be grateful to, memorize and know every nuance of, because it is ours. We are the people. As Ben Franklin said to Tom, no. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, these are inalienable rights for every living creature on the planet. And I'll take it a step further. I will say the biosphere. Because even though they may be seemingly lower consciousness to ours and within our arrogance, anything knocked out of balance knocks the whole out of balance. Remember, the indigenous people who we exterminated in our arrogance had the ability to perpetuate regeneration, thus proving that they were the highest evolved humanoids on this planet and were expunged. We have a moral obligation to our children and our children's children, and let us not forget, this moment is sacred for the next 7 generations. I love you all. Spread the word. We'll see you in February and the other events. Everyone is a different thing. You're going to be stunned. In the Carpellis, we do a circle of conversation through our works. It's stunning, and you just feel the energy. It's really extraordinary. The Newburgh Free Library is more a study thing. We look and we tweak and we look at all the other forms for us to play with. Everyone has the comfort of going into free form, but it's amazing how our free form dramatically improves by studying, whether it's villanelles or pantoons or sestinas or sonnets. It's really extraordinary, and it brings you that much closer to the authors before us who laid bare all possibilities for us to follow. Welcome this. I assure you, you all will never be bored again, unless you procrastinate. We have a lot of work to do, and as bleak as this is, trust me, these are the times that art flourishes. They don't have a morality. They don't have a majority. 46% did not vote. 3 million people did not sway with them. This is very interesting.